Hey Radiant, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome for the first time. I'm so delighted that you're here. My name is Heather. I'm an intuitive artist, author, psychic channeler, medium, animal communicator, and I'm on a mission to empower and embolden others to connect with their divine radiant light and honor the sacred connection with all life. One of my favorite ways to do that is with the monthly energy forecast, where I share channelings from my guides, intuitive art that I channel, and a little bit of a discussion. And all of that is so that we can be in a good place, be optimized for the energy that is coming in the collective in the next few weeks. So let's start off with that channeling. I'll let the guides speak to the topic and introduce it. I'll be back in just a few minutes so that we can unpack their messages a little bit and talk about some more things as well as review the art. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Enjoy. Hello, bright and beautiful beings. Welcome to our transmission regarding the energy of October 2025 in your time. We would speak to you today on a continuation of our message from many weeks ago related to September and the energy of presence. As you move through the coming weeks and through the end of your year and into the first half of 2026, it is very important for you to be in an energy of wholeness within yourself, wholeness with others, wholeness in the way in which you witness what goes on around you. In your world at this time, there is much division. There is much that celebrates separation. Be that who celebrates the combination of perspectives, of voices. For not every note in the choir sings the same song. That is what makes the melody beautiful. Do not buy in to the images you see of division. Do not buy in to the stories you hear about animosity. Do not turn a blind eye to those around you who may not agree with you. For this is a time for all of you to learn the beautiful reflections that each and every person on the planet offers. The energy we would speak to you about for October is that of becoming. Your world is becoming that which it is not yet able to become. It is in the beautiful in-between stage, as are you. Allow yourself to feel into the power of that which is on the horizon for you, for the world, for those around you. Change is the only constant, it has been said, and we feel that is very wise guidance. But many of you are still ready for change to stop or for change to hurry up, and it will come in its right and appropriate time for each of you. But we can share that the frequencies on the planet at this time are supporting growth, supporting expansion, supporting, more than anything, authenticity. Where within yourself are you not aligned with your authenticity? Where within yourself are you out of step with that and who you wish to become? Even if you do not have a definitive answer, for we know many of you would say, I do not know my purpose. I do not know what it is that I am supposed to do. What you are supposed to do is be yourself. It sounds very simplistic, we understand, but it is actually one of the most challenging aspects of humanity. Being yourself, not being swayed by the chaos you see, not being swayed by the opinions of others, not being hardened to the opinions of others, but listening, taking it on for yourself. Does it resonate? Does it not? And if it does not, that does not mean it is wrong. That does not mean it is bad. That does not mean it is discarded in general. It just may not be for you. The beautiful contrast that exists in your world allows you to understand yourself so deeply, dear ones. And many of you are passing on this work when it is the most beautiful and sacred work you can do to carve out your soul so that you shine in this world. The energy of becoming is the sacred space in between. Imagine in your world a bear that hibernates. She is not merely sleeping and resting. Her body is replenishing. Her body is healing. She is taking that time in between to become. She is taking that time in between to develop. She is taking that time. Take the time for yourselves. There is no rush. Breathe into that sacred present moment. Do you feel its potential? Do you feel its power? Imagine that you are a battery being put back on the charger at this time. If you take yourself off the charger too soon, you will be depleted very quickly. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to renew. Many of you are very easily feeling into the energies and emotions of others, whether that is in what you witness in your social media or in your news programs or in what you witness in going out and about into the world. It is a beautiful gift to feel the frequency and emotion and energy of others. And as you move forward into the evolution of your planet, it will be a very natural way that you interact with one another. But at this time, for many of you, it feels overwhelming. It can feel like too much. Allow yourself to set soft boundaries with how you interact in the world at large. And if you feel that the energy is too much, seek guidance from someone who can help you learn to switch that off. It does not mean you become a cold, not feeling person, but it means you are protecting your own energy reserves. That is not a bad thing. There is some fine tuning that can occur between being open, being feeling, seeing, sensing, knowing all that is around you in a way that feels gloriously expanded, and in overdoing that and running your own adrenals and your nervous system into a state of depletion. So fine tune that for yourself and seek help from a mentor if you need. As you sink further into the energy of becoming, it is a time of weeding out that which no longer fits. We often hear others say, and perhaps we have also used this language, that which does not serve you. And there can be an egotistical aspect to those who hear, or to the way in which that is heard. It is not that it isn't serving you in that, I must dismiss it, for it does not serve me. It's that it is deleterious to your health, to your energy, to your emotions. What aspects of you no longer fit? That is how we would say. Imagine you are going through your closet at the end of a season. What no longer fits me? What do I not want to take into this next season? I do not need the bathing suit when it is the middle of winter. I will not find use for it. Tuck it away in a drawer. Give it away to someone who can use it. Divest those parts of yourself from you so that you make room for what is coming for you. Often you will feel that this type of cleaning, cleansing, remembering can only come after the new things have arrived. Oh, I have all of my abundance. Oh, I have all of my relationships. Oh, I have my purpose work that I do. Now I can let go of that which does not fit. And we would say it is quite the opposite. You remove what does not fit so that you invite in what does. Take an honest look at all the areas of your life. What doesn't feel right for you right now, and have the courage to step away from it. Have the courage to be lovingly boundaried within yourself. It does not mean you are isolating. It means you are becoming. You are in the sacred in-between space of potentiality. And as you do this work for yourselves as individuals, witness that the world is also doing it as a collective. Topics are coming to the forefront so that they can be shaken loose. If you've ever seen an image of someone panning for gold, you know that they shake the tray of the gold so that the dirt falls away and the gold remains. That is what is happening in your world. And it feels chaotic and it feels like you are sometimes being shaken to your core. It is so that the bright and shiny bits can rise. Cherish, honor, and hold sacred all that is in opposition within you and around you. For that is the beautiful work of sifting and sorting, renewing, replenishing, the contrast that feeds the becoming. You are all doing such an amazing job. Allow yourselves to celebrate that as well, softly. Breathing into that vulnerability that you may feel within yourselves and knowing that is the tender, sweet spot of becoming. Be blessed, dearest friends. Welcome back often. I guess I say welcome back to me because you've been here the whole time if you were just watching that. Often in the monthly forecasts, in months and years past, we've talked about a totem animal. I don't always bring it through, but the team did it for us today, talking about the bear and hibernation. And bears for me they're one of my favorite animals because I do love a good hibernation period in which you are doing all that they talked about. You are self-regulating, you're renewing, you're replenishing. It's this beautiful buildup of energy before you take something on. And as someone who does a lot in the creative space, I find that that is just as satisfying and precious and sacred as what you produce. So I hope that you can find that gear for yourself. That doesn't mean you need to go offline, hibernate for an entire winter like a bear, but start paying attention to those different aspects of energy where it's almost the inhalation and the exhalation, right? Where there is the time before and then there's the time that you are taking something on, whether it's a project, a new relationship, a new way of being. They talked about taking care of your health too, I think, if I remember. I don't always remember the channelings. All of that is so beautiful. We live in a culture widely here in the West where we celebrate the hustle. We celebrate doing and going and where is it? When is it happening? Sometimes it's so nice to just say, I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's coming. And that's okay. When's the last time you felt okay with that? With not having the answer at the end of the book for yourself. Sometimes we can get really good at doing that in certain areas of our lives, but then others, no, I need to know where that's coming from. I need to know how that's going to end. And it's like watching a show on a streaming service and we do next episode, next episode, next episode, next episode, and all of a sudden it's done and it feels very unsatisfying because we charged all the way through it. The energy of becoming is that it's sitting in that precious time where you don't have the answers, you don't have the end result, but it's still so beautiful. They talked about vulnerability too. There's a beautiful, precious softness to it. Allowing yourself to have your soft girl or soft guy era for the next few weeks. There is in the collective toward the end of 2025, 2026, the beginning of 2026, there's energy of a big glow up. There's a lot of more light coming to the planet. There is a lot more light that you are shining into the world around you. But if we aren't taking the time to be measured, to be refreshed, to be renewed, to be replenished, it's not going to stick. That's the way I want to explain it. And this brings up something too, an image that I had written down from talking with my team about this message earlier. And that's the energy of the root system of the tree. We look at the tree and it's beautiful, it's tall, it's strong, it has lovely leaves and branches. But the roots are doing so much of the work. The roots that we may never see are holding space. They're holding the becoming. They're forging the connections with the soil and the nutrients and the water, everything, so that that tree can flourish. So we're in that energy of, or we're being called in the month of October to be in the energy of that root system, not what's visible, what's invisible. And then what can we do to support that version of us, that deep, vulnerable, soft spot of becoming for ourselves. And I want to mention also, I have a class coming up starting in October called Rising Rooted. And we're going to walk through and learn some different techniques and tools for this kind of becoming stage, for how do you step into that larger aspect of yourself, but in a very rooted way. We often talk about ascension and super big frequencies, and everything is like up here. When we talk about that, it's very important to have that foundation. That's what I see the energy of becoming as well. So if you're interested in joining us, there's still a few seats open in that class. I'll put the link in the description box below. But imagine that tree and what are your roots? What is supporting you? What is driving you? Where are you getting your energetic nutrients from? And does some of that need to be pruned in a way that it's not, like they talked about, not serving you anymore, not a good fit for you? The other image that I saw when I was preparing this was a chandelier. So all these different crystals in a chandelier, but being inside one of the crystals. And imagine your job as the chandelier is to shine this beautiful luminous light, and to do it in a way that is kind of unfiltered. Because if it's a little dusty on the outside, the light's not going to get through the right way. But the image that I was seeing too was, imagine that you are on the inside of one of those crystal pieces in a chandelier, and your light is getting somewhat distorted because there's things around the chandelier that are blocking the light. What do you do in that instance? If you're the chandelier, you just shine a little bit brighter, but you also just keep shining anyway. And that was kind of the energy of becoming. It's not, I'm not seeing the results and so I stop, or I'm meeting with resistance and so I stop. It's, I'm still in the stage of becoming. And if I don't see the results yet, I'm still in that becoming stage, and that's okay. And just to have this image I sort of saw, because I don't know, I took it to that place, I guess, when I was imagining it. But if we are all these little aspects, these crystals of a greater chandelier of the world, of the universe, whatever, kind of looking over at the people you're shining with and being like, you got this? Yeah, we're doing it. And having this image of, it's not just you alone. There are so many other people shining at this time as well. I also saw an image of, it's going to sound weird, but the sore point on a muscle. So if you have worked out too much, or you did some exercise that was new to you and you feel it differently in your muscles. And if someone were to come along and put, deep tissue massage in a sore part of your muscle, it's often the part that is the most tender that needs to be healed. It's the part that's the most tender that has leverage on bringing circulation and bringing healing to that area. So what within you, as you're in this stage of becoming, what is that soft, tender spot for yourself? Not that you should go in there and apply a lot of pressure to it, but understanding that that is what's impacting the health of everything around it. And what can you do to honor it? What can you do to sit with it, be with it, resolve it, heal it in a way that is beneficial for the whole system. And by that, I mean the mental body, the physical body, the emotional body, the energetic body, all of that for yourself. So I think that's all. I have my little notes here. Those were the images that I saw coming through. Let's take a look at the art for the month. It's a pretty complex piece. There are a lot of layers to this one, as there is with the energy of becoming. We don't just sit there and say, I'm defrosting and I'm coming out of it and I'm becoming, and there's no work to it. This is, again, that word sacred keeps coming up. The sacred space of becoming has a lot going on in it. There's so much that is intricate in here. There's so much that is detailed in here. It almost looks like a schematic of like a blueprint of something that is being developed, that is underway. There are currents of energy flowing through. There's rainbow energy in here for the rainbow light body. There's just a lot. So I would love, as always, to know what you see, what you feel from the art. And if you would like to download a free digital copy, you can do that through my website. I'll put the link below. It should pop up right about now. It's also in the description box. And you can also get this as a print on fine art paper, canvas, I think, metal. There are a few different options. So working with this art helps remind you of the messages that we're talking about, but it often goes a little deeper for people because there are frequencies embedded in here. So this is the frequency of the energy of becoming in this period of time. And if that's something that calls to you, go ahead and get the art and work with it, journal from it, put it in your space, in your house, and see how it helps to support you. So we talked about the chandelier and being the inside of the chandelier and looking around and saying, oh, you're all doing so well. Here we are beaming and glowing. I want to also share some of your energetic signature portraits that I've done in the past few weeks. And I'll start showing those on the screen now. I love sharing these every month because I want you to see who we are all walking this world with. Feel into the beautiful frequency of these amazing souls and how everyone here is doing their best. They are anchoring in their authenticity. They are meeting with their own challenges, and we all walk this path together. Sometimes it can feel really separate, and I hear that from a lot of you, where it feels like I'm the only one in my friend group who talks about things like this, or I'm the only one who sees the world that way. That's okay. More and more of us are making connections in community, in spaces like this. Thank you for showing up here and being part of this community. And I just wanted you to see some of the amazing souls that are walking alongside you or shining alongside you in this beautiful chandelier. So if you'd like your own spirit soul art, it's called an energetic signature portrait. There'll be a link in the description box for that as well. I think that's it. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for Rising Rooted, I think I'm keeping enrollment open until about the 20th of the month. The class starts on October 25th. So I would love to have you if you feel like you need a little extra support and want to, again, be in a community with fellow journeyers who are kind of doing the same thing as you, interested in the same topics. It's a great space. It's a dynamic class, live on Zoom, open for Q&A, and all the fun things, plus an online classroom. So I think that's it. What are you all witnessing, seeing, feeling, hoping to feel for the month of October? Leave me a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Take care. Bye.